Welcome back to Module 5, Lesson 5. This is Part 3 of Factors and Multiples. And as promised, we're going to start this lesson off with a video from our sponsors.
A multiple of a number is the product of that number and any whole number. You can use an organized list to find common multiples of 4 and 6. To find the first 6 non-zero multiples of 4, find the product of 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The product of 4 and 1 is 4. The product of 4 and 2 is 8. Continue multiplying to find the multiples. The first 6 non-zero multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and 24. The first 6 non-zero multiples of 6 are 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and 36. The common multiples of 4 and 6 are 12 and 24. Since 12 is less than 24, the least common multiple of 4 and 6 is 12.
Alright, that pretty well sums up what we've already looked at on how to do this, but we're going to keep moving and put some practice to this to make sure you're ready to do your homework tonight. Now, another way the textbook has shown that you can solve these problems is by using a number line. And quite honestly, this is the first time I've ever seen using a number line, so let's take a look at it. First, they said your multiples of 4. They took and put x's over all the multiples of 4, and we would call this a line plot, by the way. So where we have an x over every time that a multiple of 4 occurred. And then we said the multiples of 6, those are going to be a dot. You could have used an x here too, that's fine, over every time a multiple of 6 occurred. And then we're going to take a look at them both combined. And where's the first one they have in common? Right there, the same 12 that they came up with using the other method. Example 3 wants us to find the least common multiple by using a list of multiples. And they tell us about Ernesto, and he is at the community center every 8 weeks for his painting class. Kamala is at the community center every 6 weeks for her pottery class. They are both at the center for their class this week. How many weeks will it be until they both have classes there together? I don't know. I guess Ernesto's kind of got some interest in Kamala or vice versa, and they want to know when they're going to see each other again. So let's work through this. First thing we're going to need to make a list of the multiples of 8, and then we're going to make a list of the multiples of 6. They want the multiples of 6 to be blue and 8 to be green, so we're going to start off with 8 for green. So we have 1 times 8 is 8, 2 times 8 is 16, 3 times 8 is 24. That's all the 8s that'll fit on there. And then the greens, excuse me, the 6s is going to be blue. 1 times 6 is 6, 2 times 6 is 12, 3 times 6 is 18, 4 times 6 is 24, and 5 times 6 is 30. And right there you can see that it's going to be 24 weeks before the two of them line up together again. I'm thinking that old Ernesto needs to start taking whatever class Camilla's taking if he wants to have a shot at her. Of course, we can check our answer. The answer checks good. Everybody's happy, except Ernesto. Well, isn't this cute? Now we get to drag the circle to talk about what Ernesto and Camilla have in common. They both have a 24 in common, and that's going to be it. Check our answers. The answer checks. That's actually kind of childish, but once again we could say right here that it's going to be 24 weeks before Ernesto is going to have a shot at Kamala. Now it's going to be your turn to work one. Every 3rd visit of a certain movie theater, you receive a free small popcorn. Every 8th visit, your movie ticket is free. And we need to find out how many times you have to visit the theater to receive both the popcorn and the free ticket at the same time. Pause the video, work on this problem. Did you get it done? The numbers we're working with are 3 and 8. So 3's multiples are going to be, and really those shouldn't be equal signs, just hyphens there. 3's multiples are going to be 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 3 is going to be 6, 3 times 3 is going to be 9, 4 times 3 is going to be 12, 5 times 3, oh, that's going to be 15, 6 times 3, that's going to be 18, 7 times 3, 21, 8 times 3, 24, that should be plenty. 8 is going to be 8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 8 times 3 is 24, 8 times 4 is going to be 32, and we just passed it right here. 24 was the first place that the two numbers collided, so once again they're going to have to go to the movie theater 24 times in order to receive both a free ticket and a free popcorn. There's not that many good movies out there to see. Coming back to our problem, I'm going to type in my 24. I'm going to check my answer. Answer checks. Everything's good. But what if you wanted to find it using the number line? Well, your multiples of 2 are going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. And here we're looking for multiples of 2 and 3. And then the multiples of 3, they're going to be 3, 6, 9, 12. And you can see a great visual representation right here of where the multiples of 2 and the multiples of 3 collided. That means that the least common multiple of both 2 and 3, well, that's going to be 6. Check your answer. Your answer checks. This is the last thing we're going to do for this lesson. You guys go ahead and pause the video and solve this problem. Check your answers. Now to do this problem, I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to use a resource that we have inside the textbook toolboxes. You haven't seen me do this one yet, I don't think. I'm going to add tools. I'm going to add a number line tool to it. And then I'm going to hit OK. And then from here, we've got our number line going on right there. So I think we can go and put on a pencil. And the numbers we were working with were 2 and 5. So my multiples of 2, I'm going to take and make my 2's my x's. So I'm going to have a 2, I'm going to have a 4, I'm going to have a 6, I'm going to have an 8, and I'm going to have a 10. Those will be my multiples of 2. My multiples of 5, those are going to be my dots. So I have a dot right here for 5, and I have a dot right there for 5, because 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10. So what do they have in common? The least common multiple is going to equal to 10. So we'll jump back over here to this. We'll put in our 10, check our answer. The answer checks. With 3 videos put into this thing, I don't think we need to waste any of y'all's time doing the apply problem. Go ahead, get busy working on your assignment. Make sure you're giving me good quality supporting work on it so I can give you a good quality grade for getting it done.